And we're back with Silent Hill 3 just in time. We're heading down after we got off the subway. We are heading down these stairs. Which, I mean, that's not really what Heather wants. She wants to go home. This lock is broken. We do not have a map of this area. We do have a shotgun, so if there are any sewer workers down here, they're gonna see this girl approaching them with a shotgun, and she's gonna be very high-strung. So, you know, maybe just stay away from her. Uh-oh. We got a big boy. A big numb body. Oh. Hold on. Having to adapt. I have been playing some other games, so I do have to adapt back to the controls now. Alright, you know, I don't want to really fight the insects. You want to see why? We will see why. I will shoot one. And it's like it just rushes me. You, like, do damage to them, and they charge you. Like, we could fight them, but I don't really want to. Alright, we're kind of in, like, in a maze sort of area here. So what do we do with mazes? You know what we do. We stick to the left. Always hug the left wall. I'm sure that Heather's father taught her all about that. You know, something I haven't really mentioned. Whoops. You can block. So, like, there we go. So this is a new thing for Silent Hill 3. Couldn't do this in 1 or 2, really. You want to attack? There we go. I am taking a bit of damage. I'm gonna have to watch that. So, they did add a little bit of additional combat elements. A little bit more capable in terms of fighting, because we do have this block. You can't just hold the block, though. She will let go of the block after, like, a second. So you have to have the timing. You have to have the right timing when you block. Now, really, we could just run past everyone. With most enemies, it's just easier to run by them. The numb bodies are slow, and the bugs, well, they attack you if you try to attack them. It's just kind of easier to just run past everyone. But maybe Heather's had enough of this nonsense that she's been going through. As we continue to hug the left wall. Well, we've come to a dead body. So clearly this is somewhat, yeah, we've been here before. Is hugging the left wall failing us? But how can that fail us? It does appear that we are going in a circle. What a malicious maze. Hugging the left wall does not let you advance. Right, and we already looked down here. Lock is broken. We cannot open this. I believe this door here on the left is where we came from. Let's just check. Yeah. I believe this is where we walk down. I like how these bugs just make the worst sound. It's just the worst sound. Oh, this is where we came through. So we already were here. Okay, this is where we needed to go. Alright, we're at an impasse. So here's an interesting weapon. It's kind of a not very Silent Hill-ish weapon. We got a maul. Like a big, round, pointy hammer. It's super heavy, but at least it's got some oomph. Yeah, it does got some oomph. Let's have a look at it. Alright, here's the normal attack. It's quite slow. So it is powerful, but it is very slow to the extent that I don't know if I'm actually going to use this much. Nothing particularly useful on the shelf. The box says dynamite on it, so I don't know. Maybe that could help us, considering the situation. But what we're actually going to take is this. I got an underpass map. It's always you always sigh in relief whenever you get a map in Silent Hill. Well, there are some doors to the left that we could try before we leave. I mean, for all we know, they might just end up being broken locks, but we could take a look. Okay, that makes things easy for us. I do like the sight of Heather running around with this maul. Alright. Let's see how well this works. Hit me after my block. Much slower than the pipe. So, is it something that we want to use? Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna sneak up on this guy with my maul. He's a bit too quick for them all. Well, I got him that time, though. Alright, still doing okay. Alright. Well, if we head to the left, we'll be going down to that hallway. Before we do that, we might as well see what we have down here. Maybe just locked doors or broken locks, but we'll see. Now, this one's open. Wine in a place like this? Well, I suppose it is dark and dry. Only one of the bottles is empty. I got a wine bottle. Why are we taking the empty one? The body must have been crushed by something heavy. With what? With that, then? God, how awful. I'm not sure what body she's talking about. I don't see a body. I don't see one. But I mean, like, no one's around. You could just take one of those wine bottles and start chugging. Dad's always so concerned that Heather's about keeping track of whether Heather's drinking or not. Dad's not around right now. It looks like it could be a door here, but there's not. We should probably take a look at this wine bottle. This bottle was dropped at a corner of the underground passage. Not really telling us much about it. Just for some reason, Heather's protagonist intuition told her, maybe I might need an empty bottle. I like when they walk around. They're kind of cute when they do that. Alright, they're actually quite easy when they're on the ground. Well, maybe not. It is hitting me now. Got to block and then counterattack. Yeah, it's dead. So if they're on the ground, actually not that bad, but when they're in the air, no, we won't bother. Once again, Heather's trying to find a way home. Let's not forget that. That is why she is running around in the sewers. Because she has not been able to find another way home. It's just been a very bad night. Well, that was, we got a little bit of the loading screen there. We haven't been getting that. On the PS2, you do get a lot of loading screen. But on the PC versions, you know, playing it on a modern PC, it's going to load fast enough that you're not going to get any of that, usually. Someone's having a good time. Oh, someone probably found that wine. We could have... Heather, we could have had that wine. We could have had it. There's a door there. That's where we came from, so only one path to go. Someone's rolling around, some metal drums maybe. My timing on the block is not great. I mean, yeah, we could use our guns. But, you know, you want to conserve. I mean, we are using health items because we're not using guns, but... want to at least try out the melee weapons. The hole's full of dirty water. I can't go down there like that. I get my clothes wet. Looks like a hoist on-off switch. Let's throw the switch. Nothing happened. Wonder if it's broken. This might be the fuel tank. There's nothing in it, though. Alright, well, we got a puzzle on our hands. You gotta put fuel in the machine, so we can use the hoist, which will drain this. And Heather knows, she just knows she has to go down there. Does the map tell us that, by the way? Well, the map does have, like, a lower level. So we can see the circle that you put on that. Whoops. Not sure if it's really giving us a good indication as to where exactly that would take us. But we do have a lower level on the map. What kind of machine is this? Looks like it doesn't work anymore. So Heather's got to get down there. Going even deeper down. She's trying to go up, but she ends up she constantly keeps lowering herself down. And there's an office. Someone was working here. And a save point. Someone was saving here. Some kerosene left in the heater, looks like. If I had some kind of container, I could take it with me. If only we had some kind of container. Let me use one of these. Some kind. Just remember, it's not wine in that wine bottle. Got an oil-filled bottle. What else we have? We got health drinks, which I do need right now. Something scribbled all over the blackboard, but it's faded and hard to read. It doesn't look important anyway. Can't be concerned about this. Locker is filled with junk. No, it's not junk. Looks like somebody's stuff. Heather is not going to take somebody's stuff. One of those daily rags. Nothing really useful written in it. Okay, let's give a quick save. Well, this hallway has become repopulated with boys. We already took care of these boys. We don't need more boys in this hallway. Alright, so this needed fuel. And now we have our wine bottle full of kerosene. This is for moving kerosene to and from a space heater. Of course I can't drink it. Of course not. Don't drink kerosene. I put kerosene in the fuel tank. Let's turn it on. Let's throw the switch. All right. Is there anything else here on the map? Well, I mean, it looks like there's a hallway that goes down there. We could see if there's anything down at the end of this hallway before we, you know, check out the pit. The hole which is now very dry. Yeah. We can go to the end of this. We can go through this door. What is in here? Well, we have a party room with bunches of monsters, and I can't budge it no matter how much I try. And the thing about this room, I don't think there's anything in here. It's just enemies and nothing. This game does that sometimes. Hey, here's a big room. You should explore it. You might find something important. And then, no. It's just a bunch of enemies. Surprise. Anyway, here's the hole, which is now dry as a bone. Thanks to that thing, all the water's finally drained out of the hole. Looks like I'll be able to get down there now, if I can stand the smell, that is. Squelch, squelch. This must be where the water gets drained out. So yeah, the hoist lifted this up, draining the water out of the hole, allowing us to go in here and up these stairs. Yeah, and there we are on the map. I don't think there's anything in here. Let's keep going up. Alright, so now this looks like a proper sewer. You have sewer water running through and everything. And now we're continuing to go down more. Surely if we keep going down, we'll eventually go back up. That's how it worked in Silent Hill 2. Well, as you know, we just hug the left wall. It's what we do. And if we do that, eventually we'll get to good things. Well, unfortunately, I guess Heather does have to hop in the sewage. Up we go. Gonna have to burn these boots after this. It's a whole family. You know, we don't have to. It's like I said, there's not really a lot of points where you really have to fight them. Here's a health drink. I appreciate it. There's something written on the notebook. There's a monster in the water. The bastards killed 2 of my buddies. I should never have doubted that old urban legend about alligators in the sewers. That was no myth. But no one believes me. They were drunk and slipped? Well, not that damn stupid. Even calling it a monster isn't quite right. There's something else. All I know is something's in there. I'm going in now to beat that thing's head in. If you find this note, consider it my will. Revenge is futile, or so you may think, reading this, but Jose and Jaime were my best buddies. Wish I knew how to do the deed. Guns won't work underwater. Even my famous knife work won't do much. If only I had a hand grenade. That's probably my favorite file in any of these games. The one about, I'm going to bash that thing's head in. If you read this, it's my will. But I don't know if my famous knife work will do the job. If only I had a grenade. Whoever wrote this, very much a go-getter. There's a sign here. Danger, keep out. This was probably pasted on that door there. I can see where it fell off. There's a save point. Let's look around a bit more. Is there anything else? Nothing very interesting on the blackboard. I'm very curious about this guy's famous knife work. I want to see the famous knife work. Well, he was saying there's something in the water. Alright, here's some water. Here's a metal bridge. But with what looks like blood on the ledge right here. Well, Heather's looking at something right here. There's an outlet. Don't have anything to plug in, though. Well, we just saved, so, you know, let's brave the bridge. Well, I guess that guy's famous knife work did not do the job because the sewer tentacle monster pulled Heather down into the depths? I don't know how deep that could have been, but I guess it didn't need to be that deep. Alright. That takes us back to the title screen. They do give you a save point right before that room. You know, hopefully you saved before you tried that. Hopefully you did. It's very reminiscent of the refrigerator death in Silent Hill 1, where you take the knife out of the refrigerator, and then it turns out, uh-oh, tentacle monster in the fridge. You needed to put the ring on the chain in the fridge to lock it before you took the knife. Otherwise, tentacle monster would get you. But is there something we can do to prevent that tentacle monster from attacking us? Well, our items don't really seem to indicate that. We're not going to be able to use our house key or anything. So maybe we should just take off and look around some more. There's still places to go. I do like how she draws the little save point on the maps. You know, now would be a pretty good time to go... Oh, lock's broken. Now would be a pretty good time to go back to that room with the dynamite and maybe take one. But it said we didn't need to do that. Well, we haven't been here yet, but to Heather's luck, the stairs are actually going up. For once. Now that's a lot of garbage. Where the hell did it all come from? I guess this is all the stuff that gets tossed out into the sewers. I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to throw your garbage in the sewers. That's not what it's for. I'm just wasting my time looking around here. I better get going. Even so, it really stinks. It's going straight from my nose to my head. Yeah, you ever smell something that's so strong that you can feel it piercing up into your brain? Nothing that looks useful in the cardboard box. There's deodorant inside, but it would probably be a waste of energy. I don't know. Maybe we could use some deodorant right now. But here's an ampoule. That's always useful. A broken clock. Is this from the sewer too? I don't know how Heather gets rid of her broken clocks. A wheelchair? What? How? What? A wheelchair? How could this be? A wheelchair, of all things. And then, of course, the camera is telling us to look at this. I got a dryer. I mean, Heather has been getting wet from the sewage. Maybe this could be useful. I found it in a sort of garbage dump. Still looks usable, though. I'll take it with us. If only we had some place to plug it in. Well, even though these stairs went up, we're going back down. It just led to a dead end. Alright, well, here's that outlet. Here's an outlet. We now have something we can plug into it. That's right. You know, I've always wondered about that throwing something like a hairdryer or a toaster into a body of water and things in the water getting electrocuted. I wonder how actually effective is that? Like, you'd think like the larger the water, the more voltage would be. I don't know. Like, would that actually, considering how much water there is, I mean, I'm talking about the realism of that, but, you know, probably not really a reason to consider the realism of this. Let's just say there was a tremendous amount of power coming out of that outlet. Some complicated machine there. It's not on or anything. I'll leave it alone. So you might be stuck here for a little while, trying to figure out the puzzle. How do you get past the monster? And then it ends up being the answer is quite simple. You just have to go to a different room to actually get the item that you need to get past the monster. But you don't know that at first, so you might be here for a while trying to figure it out. All right. Well, we made it past anyway. The knife work may not... the drum is in the way. There's no way we could get past it. There's something inside. I doubt I could move it. It's too much work. The famous knife work was not able to kill the monster, but we made it past. All right. Well, let's hug the left wall, as we usually do. Sploosh. Excuse, please. Excuse. Well, I don't actually see us on the map right now. I think that we're at the very bottom. And there are more stairs going down. Continue to go further and further down into the earth. Into the subterranean levels beneath the city. How far could we possibly go? How deep down into the terra firma could Heather go before she starts... Well, actually, she's starting to go back up right now. And now we're in a room. It's still not on the map. Like, it's letting me bring the map up, but clearly we're off the map at this point. Can't get in. There's an iron grate blocking the way. And a ladder going up. This cardboard box doesn't have anything useful in it. I mean, Heather would know. She's a very good judge of what she needs to take with her and what she doesn't. And with that, we come out on the surface, out of this manhole. We finally made it back up. We went down into the subway after doing the mall. We went underground. And we ended up just continuing to be underground through the sewers, the subway and the sewers, and now we're finally back out into the open air. I don't want to crawl back into there. I think I'll go a different way. And now freedom! Except not really freedom. Heather's now found herself at a site with an abandoned building. This looks condemned, but, like, it's surrounded by tarp that goes the height of the building. I've never seen tarp like this. What is this tarp? It's like it's hanging from like the top of the building, so we can't go out. But that means that we have now reached the end of the level. We reached the end of the sewers, and here is our reward, a save point. We will overwrite as we enter the construction site. I mean, they call it a construction site, but it seems more like they're demolishing this building when we actually see the inside of it. So, Heather has continued another step on her way home, her very convoluted way home, as she's back on the surface now, but she finds she can't actually walk out onto the street because of the tarp that is completely surrounding this building. So only one thing to do, and that is to head inside the building and try to find another way out, which we will do as we continue on with Silent Hill 3.